All right, this is day 4 of Card Talk. We got a leg day today. Not very excited. The run yesterday, I'm not very sore from it. It's only my calves that I really feel. I got my car back, which is hype. I have functioning AC and shit. So that's a nice detail. So I think we're gonna start today off with hip abduction and adduction. I'm a hurdler, so I like to get my hips mobile. I did foam roller and like static stretches and stuff at my house before I left, because there's not like a turf area at the gym. There's probably a place to do stretches that I wouldn't look stupid as fuck, but sometimes it's just easier to get it done with before. So I don't really have much else to say. Definitely not going to get to a run today because, you know, hitting legs. So yeah, these first 3 videos have done really well. I'm super excited, and I'm hoping that if you're one of my friends that you enjoy this content, and like if you're randomly stumbling upon it on YouTube, like if you like it as well. But yeah, I don't have anything else, so let's get to the lift. So to start my leg days off, I usually like to get my hips nice and warm. So I'll start abductors and adductors. So I'm not really sure which one's which, but you know, you get the idea. I think I wasn't loading too much weight on this one because I was just warming up, but in the next set I move up to 180 and I do 10 to 12 reps just to get a feeling. Then I switch over to the other machine. I didn't get a video of it, but I'll switch over to the machine right next to it and get a few sets on there. And then other than that, I'll head down to the pump room and start going for some Smith squats. So yeah, on this machine I've got I think 130 for 12 and then 120 for 12. And then on the opposite machine I did 160 for 12 and then 180 for 12. And the stacks go up to like 220, 230. So they're a little bit heavier and they're nice machines, so I'll have a lot of room to make progress. Alright, this is the first leg day that I've had where I can actually squat semi-full capacity with my hamstring issues going on. During this set, I think for the first like 8 reps, I did ass to grass all the way down. And then I started feeling a little bit unsure about my hamstring, I guess you could say. And then I started going... I was going for 90 degrees, but looking back on the video, I don't think a single squat after rep 8 is fully parallel. So, you know, I'll have to work on it, but I'm normally used to only training quarter to half squats for track because you don't actually need to go all the way down to generate the strength gains and the explosiveness gains from like something like back squat. But if you want hypertrophy, as in like you want to get your quads to feel tired, you want your hamstrings to be sore, you want your glutes to start getting bigger, then you're going to actually have to get good depth and spend a lot of time on the ground. But, you know, something to work on for the future. This set was pretty taxing for me. I'll probably try to figure out some other alternative to my squat pattern next lift, but like maybe something like leg press. There's a nice leg press machine here. Yeah, I'm not normally one to wear sweatpants for leg day just because I get very warm, but for warming up, it's nice. And I mean, if you use a pump cover on top, why not use one on the bottom? Leg pump for me is a little bit less extravagant than I'd like it to be, but it is what it is. Second set is a little bit atrocious. I think maybe the camera angle is not doing it justice, because looking to the side, I was getting semi-parallel, but it just looks bad from this angle. And I probably wasn't getting exactly 90 degrees, but once again, just another thing to work on. Same set with 225. I think I did 12 reps here, and it's all of the quote-unquote 90-degree parallel squats. Alright, so while my quads and squat pattern movements are not very impressive, I end up doing a little bit higher, not higher weight, but it's the exact same weight as I would do for squats. But just warming up with 135, sling 225 on the bar, put my wraps on and stuff. So I'm not insanely strong on this lift, but I can do a good amount of comfortable reps and feel fine with it. I haven't done barbell in a minute. I tried on the Smith machine with like with all my other lifts, but the rail does not go down low enough. It goes to like knee length and then it drops. So that was not working. But yeah, this is 225 for, I believe, 10 or 12 reps. They're all pretty explosive and roughly the same speed. I don't slow down too much. So second set here, we have 185 on the bar. Probably a little lighter than I could have gone, but once again, I'm still testing the waters with leg day recently because, just hamstring issues, and I want to keep running consistently and not have to detriment myself just because I'm lifting. But yeah, so here's another set. I think this is roughly 10 to 12 reps again. As I get more comfortable and I can mentally adapt to the lift better, I'm just gonna start doing rep ranges of 6 to 8 and just stick around there for a little bit, because that's just more strength gain based for this type of lift for me. Alright, so this is the kind of the tail end set of my second set of calf raises. I had 160 on there, I believe, and I did 14 reps the first time, and then I moved it up to 170, and I did, I think, 10 or 12 reps. The calves respond to a little bit more volume, so that's a pretty comfortable margin. I probably could have done more sets, but it is what it is. So while this is showing up now and during this lift, I think this is the third lift that I did. I didn't film it in this order, but I didn't get any clips on hamstring curls or quad extensions, so I just thought I'd go back and get a little burnout for my quads at the very end. So we have a single leg here. I think I had 100 pounds on there. Whenever I was doing double leg, I had 220, 230, and I was doing that for 10 to 12 reps. But sometimes single leg hits the weak spots in your leg a little better because you can't rely on the stronger leg or anything. So got to be a little more symmetrical. So that's why I like to throw these at the end of the workout. Honestly, I think this is mostly just for shits and giggles because I just like saw how extreme the angle on this Smith machine is, and I wanted to try sissy squats and see if they were at least like I was able to do them, because at my old gym the Smith machine is a little bit less angled, and the bar is also probably 10 or 20 pounds heavier, so depending on what you qualify as a front squat versus a sissy squat, you can end up doing very little weight on this, because like right now this is just the bar, and yeah, I'm fatigued and everything, but it's still a very consequential set. And I tried to throw on a little weight after this with a 10 on each side, but I ended up pretty much just front squatting it. Like I'll get to it's a sissy squat on the way down and a front squat on the way up, so it's I don't know. I don't know how I like these very much. I think if I started my lift off with these and I could be more correct with the form, it would end up looking better. But yeah, fourth episode, second leg day that I've done here. I guess enjoy these clips that are gonna show up now. I got motion down here.